When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Broncos return team didn't help matters out much there. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. Leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
From the gun, the ground game. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Banks. Unloads it left. Fires into traffic, picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Bruins will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's second and goal. Looking to pass. It's Winton. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Quarterback now has to make sure these guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Picks up what he can and then slides.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the fourth and goal.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Boise State ready to send out that offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out.
Open runway ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, first and 10 from the 50. They're going to ride this running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little time. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes second and 10. Wants to throw. It's Winton. Setting up the screen. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking a handoff. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well. You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They want to throw it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The run from the shotgun. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Gets it out fast. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Winton. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCLA.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
The expressway is wide open. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Boise State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Rutgers is going to walk off the field there in Piscataway with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Little touch pass to the receiver. There he goes to the right. 10. Touchdown Broncos. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Winton. He finds his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. They're working that left side. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The Bruins are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Banks. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Now adjusting. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Broncos will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Boise to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, Have fun with that.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Power football with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give out of the gun. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jennings. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Now on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Berry. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Quick strike complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Winton. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bruins!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game.
And he throws another interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. To the air on 1st down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking it.
Off he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jennings. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught in the backfield. It's Jennings. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Now on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive. getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And no surprise, I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Got it behind the line. It's Powell. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Banks. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get out.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with a big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And he knocks it through, and they take the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now on first down from the 28. Back to pass, it's Winton. Pocket starts to collapse. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, wants to throw it. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Dialing up a second down pass play. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Jennings. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. And the Broncos inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. He leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The Broncos have pushed it inside the 20. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball in the air, intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
On first down, here comes this offense.
Double right. 691, Gators far.
The inside handoff. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And, David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.